Hi Taurus, it's Rose from Psychic Readings with Rose, here to bring you your timeless reading for the end of July 2024 for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stelliums, and Cross Watchers of Taurus. Cross Watchers, I can't tell you enough how much information you can find out about your situation or the person that you're cross watching for in these readings, especially if there's no communication and there's ghosting going on or blocking going on. There's a lot of that going on, and you can find out about your person. Maybe you're not ghosted and you're not blocked. Maybe you just want to find out how your person feels about their life or about you. You can find it here, okay? So let's get into this reading for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Stelliums. I'm recording this reading on the 23rd, Tuesday, the 23rd of July. We're just coming out of a full moon in Capricorn, so maybe some of you have strong Capricorn placements in your chart, and you felt this full blue moon. I know I did, right? And then we have Mercury retrograde shadow period that's in a full effect, and I'm feeling that as well. Crosswatcher, maybe you are a Virgo, maybe you are a Capricorn, and even if you're not, you could still find a lot about Taurus here. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you don't know what your rising sign, what your moon sign, and what your Venus signs is, or if you have like more than one planet, more than 3 planets in the same sign, it's very interesting. Just Google your natal chart. It's free. Also, it's free to subscribe to my channel. So if this reading has found you, Taurus and Crosswatcher, and you like what I have to say, please consider subscribing because it's free, like I said. And this is a general reading, so not everything will apply to you. If this reading resonates with you, like, share with a loved one, leave me a purple heart emoji down below, leave me a comment, and it helps my channel grow, okay? And I'd love to hear from you guys. So let's get into this for the end of July 2024 for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stelliums, and my cross watchers. Let's see what Spirit has to say. I've already prayed over your cards to God and Goddess of the Most High, my spirit guides, my angels, my spiritual team, those who walk with me on the veil, my ancestors, and my guardian angel. Let's get it. Okay. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Wow. Aries got this Wheel of Fortune in reverse for the future reading. So maybe you cross watcher if you're Aries, you might want to check out Aries reading, or cross watcher if you're also like um, maybe you are an Aries. Go check out Aries reading. I just posted it before. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse is a Sagittarius energy. Cross watcher, maybe you're a Sagittarius, or maybe your person has Sagittarius moon. Okay. It's in the recent past, so I like that because it's a streak of bad luck. It's misfortunes. It's like car breaking down, losing your keys, losing some money, a big amount of money, not like a small amount of money. Okay, so it's like a series of unfortunate events that, when it rains it pours type of thing, where you're down and out, your car broke down, you don't have money for rent, or you're behind on bills, you're behind on work, you haven't seen your family in a while because you've been busy and you're missing them, or just a streak of bad luck has come over Taurus in the recent past. um it could have been with a Sagittarius, it could have been caused by a Sagittarius, it could have started all the way back in Sagittarius season and slowly trickled down to you to be like, you know what, this is karma here. This is some kind of bad karma or some kind of bad energy that I picked up on last year, but it's in my recent past because I'm just realizing it now, is what I just heard from Spirit. So this could, usually it's recent past, usually recent past, but for some reason this energy is showing me that it's been lingering. It's been kind of following you around. This fiery negative energy has kind of been following you around for the recent past. Crosswatcher, maybe you're feeling this. Crosswatcher, maybe you're here because you know that Taurus is feeling this and you're trying to figure out what's going on. So let's get into it and see, okay? The Sun reverse. So yeah, it's something that's hidden. It's something that um I'm getting Leo energy now. So crosswatcher, maybe you're a Leo, or Taurus, maybe you have strong Leo placements in your chart. But we're also coming into Leo season. I mean, we're practically in it. And like I said, whenever you find this reading, time is fluid and it's divine timing for you to receive these messages. when the sun is in reverse, I talk about the sun card a lot. It is a divine masculine Leo card. It's a card of enlightenment. It's like one of the best cards to get out of the deck. And when it's in reverse, it's not bad either. It's just like one of those days at the beach where you go, or outside, or laying out in the back, whatever you are, where like a cloud comes overhead. And, it's not a big, stormy cloud. It's a cloud. But it's long enough for you to be like slightly annoyed because you want to get that good vitamin D in you, right? But it slowly passes. So for many of you, I feel like this streak of bad luck, this bad energy, it has some kind of karmic tie to it. Okay. Um, that slowly got to you. And recently you were just like, you know what? This has been slowly, like coming to light as to what it is, and maybe from who it's from. Maybe you're not even sure where it's from, but we're going to figure it out, right? And I'm not saying it's a Leo, and I'm not saying it's you, cross watcher. You could be concerned. Um, Taurus, I feel like with the sun being reversed next to the Wheel of Fortune reverse, that this is something bad. Okay, this is something bad and quite karmic. But you're being enlightened about what it is. So this way you can, kind of like get back into the energy that you were in before this started to affect you, or how this started to affect you, and why, and maybe who's responsible. Maybe you're your own worst enemy right now. I don't know if you're doing negative self-talk or negative self-thinking, or maybe you had a hidden enemy. That was also Aries reading, a hidden enemy. That was a family member. It was a little disturbing, but it's very common these days. There's snakes in the grass of all shapes and sizes. Some of them are blood relatives of ours. There's nothing we can do about it. Um, what we can do is protect ourselves and raise our vibration and do good things for people, and be good to ourselves, treat ourselves well, nurture your inner child, nurture your moon sign, find out what your moon sign is, because you have a lot of divine masculine energy here. So let's just see what caused this. The Hangman, this is a very powerful and revealing and telling reading. This is pretty epic here, Taurus, okay? And you might want to check out the Aries reading because it was all about a Taurus, okay? A Taurus in the Aries reading. So cross-watcher, you might want to check it out too, okay? This is a sign of Pisces, and this is the Hangman. So I see you guys in the future, Taurus, having a hard time removing this bad energy, even though you're being enlightened to who it is. It could be that you have Pisces in your moon, which makes you very intuitive, highly intuitive, right? It could have been, like I said, I feel like this is something that's from the past. And I usually don't get this from my recent past, but I'm feeling very strongly that this is something that's been following you. And it's been like patient and quiet, but slowly getting to you, and kind of like, giving you all this misfortune, and you're seeing it now, and you're recognizing the energy that it should not, has to leave you. So with the Hangman here in the future, I see you doing, like feeling like you have to make major sacrifices in order to remove this entity or energy, and that's not true. Okay. You don't have to sacrifice too much of yourself, or anybody else, or any innocent victim at all, to remove the negative energy from you. Okay. For right now, I'm just getting like bad energy. I'm not really getting whether it's caused by a past relationship, a past partnership, or anything. It doesn't, I don't feel like that. It could have been with a Pisces and a Leo. Like I said, strong Sagittarius, strong Leo, strong Pisces energy coming through. And yeah, it looks like, in the future you might find yourself having a hard time accepting that this has happened, even though you're finding out right now. In the future you might be like, you might be regressing about it, or you might be like, no, you know what, I'm just going to move forward and stay positive and just see what happens. In this case, I mean, for the most case, yes, that does work, moving forward and just ignoring the energy and just trying to stay positive and work towards gaining back from your losses, or accepting your losses and moving on and starting something new. It can be in the future that you start to go back to something that you used to do to yourself on the spiritual level. That could be anything from being near water to being near the beach. This has a lot of beach and earth energy. Like, um, yeah, like more like I'm seeing like sand and I'm seeing water. So maybe things that you used to do in the past. Maybe you used to have a boat. Maybe you used to live by the water. Maybe, since you moved away from the water and for whatever reason, um, maybe you feel like, you miss that. So you want to go back to that. You want to go back to the water. You want to cleanse yourself. You want to go walking on the beach with the waves and kind of like, just embracing the waters, and healing, through that. We'll see. Spirit, tell us more here. What's the list? The Fool card. Yeah. So this is interesting because you are going back to old ways in the future. I also see you beginning a new cycle at the same time simultaneously. So this is very interesting here. Okay. We have Aries energy here. Okay. So like I said, Taurus and Crosswatcher, go check out Aries video. I just posted it before. This is a new beginning. So spirit, and when I was talking about the water, right? I talk about the sand and the water. Spirit is being very specific. Now, I live near the water. I don't know where you live. Right now, it's summer. Well, it's always hot where I live. It might not be summer where you live, depending on where you live in the world. But for most of us, it's summertime. So I feel like many of you are feeling the calling, um, from your higher self to go back to where you were from and start anew, because something had went very wrong when you left. And I'm going to find out, Taurus, why you left, and then what happened. Why did you get the Wheel of Fortune reversed? Because of you leaving someplace. The Eight of Swords in reverse. It looks like you were stuck somewhere for a while. You had to leave maybe, and now you can go back. So for some of you, this is a job, an old job or an old relationship, um, an old friendship. Maybe there was no communication. You blocked yourself from somebody or something or some situation or some energy. Um, and you're coming undone now, right? And you're like, maybe I'm ready to go back now and try again, depending on what it is. So let's see, Spirit, tell me more about this. Three of Wands. Yeah, I see you desperately feeling the need to go back to something that maybe you did, Taurus, maybe you did something wrong, Crosswatcher, maybe you did something wrong unintentionally. You unintentionally hurt someone, or maybe somebody unintentionally hurt you and placed this negative energy upon you, forcing you to leave for a while, gaining the enlightenment, and then coming back and starting over. Okay. With the Three of Wands here, I see that, you almost never left where you were. You were building a life for yourself wherever you were in the past. You guys got to let me know what this is, please. Um, and I think you're going back and you're going to feel much more free, because maybe you had to leave to be enlightened. Many people have to do that. They have to leave their comfy job, their cushy job, their their relationship with somebody else. Maybe you guys were not on the same page somehow, even though you guys were meant to be, or maybe not meant to be, and um, for whatever reason you had to leave, or the other person had to leave. I feel like it's more you, to gain enlightenment. Okay, to get away from negative energy. This negative energy that's been following you, it might not even be yours. You might have caught onto it from another person, okay, or place or situation. Let's see. Justice, Libra energy. And again, a major arcana card here. This is unbelievable. We have here, Taurus. We have 5 major arcana cards here right now. Justice being the Libra card. So for many of you, you had some legal case that came to an end and it came in your favor, but you left. Maybe you thought that was the right thing for you to do for you and your family or for yourself or whatever situation was for you to leave the situation. But now you find yourself being like, you know what, I shouldn't have done that. It wasn't my right time to go. Okay. And I'm going to go back and make things right because I didn't deserve to leave. I had every right to stay, but I chose to go. So this is very interesting. Here, let's see. The devil is in reverse. Wow. So you, the devil is in reverse. Hallelujah. With the 8 of Swords reversed. Yeah, definitely. This was a entity following you around, Taurus or Cross Watcher, and it had to do with something that was legal and binding that came to an end. For many of you, this was the ending of a relationship, ending of a business partnership, ending of a love relationship or friendship. Maybe you shared a multiple dwelling with somebody or a business space with somebody and it was nearby, like it was far away from people. It was on the beach or something like that, or maybe it was a home on the beach or some kind of remote area that was so peaceful and calm and you didn't want to go, but you knew you had to because you had no choice, because the relationship was over or there was a court case situation where you had to go for whatever reason. But the only way to remove the negative energy that followed you would be to go back and claim back what's yours, to remove it. So this is very interesting, because the devil is in reverse. So you left a place that was very toxic and it caused you a lot of misfortune. And now you're realizing, you're being enlightened that you need to go back to where you were, to remove this, and it's going to leave. But I feel like it's something like where you had to leave, like something very toxic. Okay, a place that was very toxic, a relationship very toxic, a family dynamic that was very toxic, where you had to leave. You loved where you lived, but you didn't love who you lived with. Okay, maybe you did, but the person was causing you harm. The person had very bad energy, and it had to be justified. So this is some kind of karmic justice as well, that's taken place here. Ace of Pentacles. So there was money loss. Um, there was definitely money loss. There was prosperity loss. There was abundance loss. It was a loss. And it was unfortunate, but you're going right back to where you needed to be to remove the negativity and start anew, which takes a lot of guts, Taurus. So I'm very proud of you. And Crosswatcher, if this is you, maybe, like I said, you're an Aries, you could be a Capricorn. I have a lot of, okay, let's see. We have Libra, we have Sagittarius, we have Leo, we have Pisces, we have Capricorn, and we have Aries here. So, like I said, this feels like a long time has come where you've sacrificed so much and you left where you loved because you had to, because of the circumstances, but now you're going back there, and there was a dark energy placed on somebody there and it caught on to you, and the only way for you to go remove it is to go back there, and it's somewhere what's like a body of water. So for many of you, I feel like this was like a gypsy spell that was placed upon you, maybe in your partner, maybe on your family. But it's reminding me of a gypsy spell, gypsy magic, where you have to go over a body of water to remove it. Many argue that you don't, and many argue that you do. For whatever reason, Taurus and cross watchers, you believe in that, and that's what you're about, and that's what you're going to do. Maybe you were advised by a practitioner that that's what you need to do. You need to go back to the place where it started and begin anew. And I know that I have done a lot of water magic. I know that I have done a lot of spiritual cleansing near a water, near a certain body of water that meant something to me. Placing something that's not, not bad for the environment in the water, and making a prayer and giving an offering. I've done all of that. I love to do it, and I feel like this is what you need to do, um, to remove this demonic energy. You're going right back to where it started. And I don't think that you would have realized this in any other way unless you had left. So, whatever gypsy spell placed upon you against your free will, I feel it was intentional because we have major cards here. Okay, this was straight from hell. This was baneful magic placed on you. Um, Now, if you know anything about the gypsy culture, um, they move from place to place, and they're very spiritual, and it's a very carefree life. Maybe you want that back, but for whatever reason, you had to deal with the what somebody had placed upon another person. Okay, and I feel that the other person was probably a Libra or a Sagittarius. Okay, so maybe that'll make it more clear to you. Like I said, maybe that's you in your moon or your rising and you don't know, you know? Let's continue now. Ooh, the Queen of Swords. Yep. So definitely, and more air energy coming in. Maybe you're taking on the role, Taurus, of a Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Maybe you're being advised by a Queen of Swords. It can be a King of Swords too, as a general reading. um, that you need to cut this out, and you're being advised on what to do, and you're doing the work, you're doing the research, and you're not going to let your heart rule over your head. You're going to let your head rule over your heart and get back the life that you had before this had entered your life. Like I said, this gypsy spell, that you need to go back to the water where it came from and remove it. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. The Queen of Swords cuts things out. So I see you being very triumphant in removing this entity from your life and probably never returning again. So, Ace of Wands reversed. Yeah. Uh, this is going to be done after this. I mean, that's it. You're going to go back to the place of origin where it happened. You're going to you're going to reverse the ritual or cleanse yourself, something to cancel out what was done, placed upon you. Okay, and then there will be no more. You will be free, right? You will be free of that. That's great. Yep. It happens, you know but it looks like you're going back to where what was rightfully yours. Maybe it was a divorce, maybe it was a settlement or a family settlement. It was not a divorce. It was a living arrangement with somebody that you shared multiple dwelling with, and you're the one who left when they should have been the one to leave. um like I said, though, everything happens for a reason, and you left to gain clarity and perspective, and now you're going back to get what's legally yours, and you're also removing the entity that was placed upon you when you're the innocent victim, Taurus, or cross watcher. Okay, let me know, guys, in the comments. This is a juicy reading. I think I'm gonna clarify here. I did it the other day, and I'm not sure if everyone liked it, but I know a few people liked it. I clarified at the end with the Urban Crow Oracle. I feel like this was placed upon you to break away from a certain person that you were involved with, that you didn't realize had this bad energy, or maybe it's in their lineage. It's a generational curse or generational hunt that follows this person, and it was where you lived, and you invited this person into your domain. Okay, and they dumped all their dark energy upon you, and it made you leave. But now you're going back to claim what's yours, and the entity will be cut out, and you're going to be doing the work, or you're being advised by someone to do the work. Okay, like I said, Gypsy Spell. Spirit, show us more about Taurus and Cross Watcher regarding this situation. Okay, let's see. So we have Wrath. Wow. Wrath. Then we have resistance. Interesting. And then we have preparation. So, yeah, Taurus, this was very wrathful. This was a crazy energy placed upon you, I feel, by somebody else's generational lineage, okay, that you were involved with very closely. So for many of you, this will be a romantic partner that you were involved with, okay, that you invited them into your beautiful place, your beautiful space, and for whatever reason you left, right? And then when everything was said and done, now you're going back to claim back what's yours because you shouldn't have been the one to leave. But you had to leave in order to understand what was happening and why this bad energy was attacking you. It kept trying to attack you, and it followed you. And now you're in a place where you don't even like. So you're just going back. And for whatever reason, whoever caused this or whatever origin it came from is going to be leaving once you come back because you're clearing out the energy. So that person has this energy about them and their family in their lineage for so long that they're just used to it. Okay. And maybe like they became very attached to it, and they don't wish to remove it, and they don't care. That happens to a lot of people, you know. But you were like, I'm not having it, so whatever I got to do, get this off me. That means making you live where I live rent free, okay, for a year, for me to understand what I need to do. So be it. Congratulations, Taurus, that you were the bigger person. Crosswatcher, you were the bigger person. Crosswatcher, if you're wondering about Taurus, is going through it. So you probably will hear from them again when they're cleared of this entity, because I see that it's leaving and it's not coming back. That I could tell you. Okay. So that's a good thing. Okay. So the wrath, yeah, the wrath that's there. You know how you had the only way and resistance, you are fighting back the negativity with your higher power, you know, and you're being advised, you're preparing yourself for something that might take a few days, or hours of prayer, days of cleansing, uh, going through the whole ritual of self-cleansing and purifications, anywhere from reiki to positive affirmations to spiritual cleansing with the ocean water, with the sand, right? Doing some ocean magic. You know what to do, you're doing it. And then it just goes away and it doesn't come back, and then you're free to be yourself, and no more gypsy spell. But you learned a lot about it. You learned about the magic. Maybe you're going to take it now to a higher realm, and you're going to help other people remove this from them, because many people do have situations like this where there's like a generational cross condition, and you become involved with somebody who at first that you don't realize that there's something wrong with them, and then you realize, boom, wow, there's something really wrong, there's something following this person, and now it's attached to me because I got involved with when you lay down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. And that's exactly what happened here. But you left because you couldn't stand being with that person anymore, because they didn't want to do the things that they knew that they had to do, because they knew about this. They chose to just relish in the wrath. And that's a very dark person who's never going to change. So now you're going back to claim what's yours. You're revitalizing yourself, and you're free of it. And you know what? That's when we meet the right person for us, the right partner, the right friend, the right business partner, just the right people, the right track in life to be on. And it is what it is. And I wish you many blessings and congratulations on realizing what it is and taking it off you and claiming back what's yours, Taurus. It's a beautiful reading for you. Many blessings. Much love.